Sul, hello, and Labus. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year's 1377, it's day 1, and it is Sunday, I believe, in game. And we are here in Lithuania, where we're starting with the McCormick family, where things have changed. So we have a new sim. Well, let's get into it. So Sofija is obviously here with her grandson, Yulo, the only survivor of Aldona's line, because Aldona passed away, I think, in childbirth, if I'm not mistaken, after Yulo, or when she had Yulo. I don't know. Since we've last been here, actually, Irma did pass away. I kept thinking we would be back here soon, and so I never said anything because I wanted us to see it together. She passed peacefully in her sleep while she was sharing a bed with her best friend, Sofija. So at least they were together at the end and they'd repaired their relationship and everything. Yulo is kind of just going through childhood. He's just sort of surviving. Everything's fine for them. And Egla recently got married. Oh, cute. Look, they've set themselves up for us so perfectly. Egla recently got married. She got married to this gentleman, Bronislav. Wait, Bronislavus? Wait, what is your name, sir? Yeah, Bronislavus. He is from this area. He looks a little bit different to everyone else, and especially his finger. I don't know what is going on with his finger. Oh my gosh. I assume that's something from his CC outfit that's like not working correctly when he's watching the sky, but my goodness, that finger. I've never seen that before. My God. Okay. They're pretty cute. They really like each other. They're both incredibly attracted to each other, even though they have bad compatibility. He is materialistic and loves the outdoors, and Egla is self-assured and an overachiever, and they both think they have bad compatibility, which is pretty funny. Egla, as you can tell from that, is in fact expecting. But here's the thing. They got married actually last year, and I have popped in to have them woohoo about 5 times. And they have only just conceived, and that was after, quite a lot of work. So I'm a little bit concerned about their fertility, but they're happy together, and that's the most important thing. He gets along okay with Sofija. He's not like super close with her. He's not super close with Yulo either. But I mean, they'll get along just fine. Yeah, you can be jokesters together. Today it's actually his birthday and Egla's birthday, but because she just got pregnant, she won't be able to blow out the candles. Oh, she will? Happy birthday, Egla. I didn't think you were going to be able to blow out these candles, so this is very exciting. Excuse me for squeaking the chair. Happy birthday! So she is, like we said, self-assured and overachiever. She wants to be a super parent. I didn't remember that. And she is now romantic. Okie dokie, my dude. Okie dokie. Go ahead and add those birthday candles. And Bronislavus, it is now your turn. My goodness, that finger. Happy birthday, dude. Maybe the finger in our minds can be because he was in a conflict and something happened to his finger or something. I don't know. So he's materialistic. He loves the outdoors and a glutton. I feel like Sofija's family tends to marry gluttons. Is it just me? I kind of feel like that's like a bit of a habit. Sorry about my voice. So for his aspiration, number 7, 3, 6, 7, food. Well, that makes sense. Number 1, master mixologist. Interesting. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that away. Egla, do you mind actually doing a bit of a meal for everyone? You can do chunky veg stew. Delish. I haven't eaten today, so that sounds especially delicious. What are you going to do? Wash your hands? Cool, my dude. Cool. No dishwashers for us. Oh, she's out here doing archery. Classic Sofija, thinking about her daughter. Sophia is so funny. When I loaded in, she had this desire to have a child, so I pinned it just so that you guys could see. But I mean, Sophia is pretty old. She's been alive for 242 days. She's been around almost from the beginning of this challenge. Sir, I can't believe that you are eating right when your wife is making food for everyone. Oh, Bodil was living here for a really long time, but she has actually left. Now that Aldona is gone and hasn't returned, and now that Yulo is sort of taken care of, she decided that she just needed to move on. And so she has left the household and she's out in the world paving her own way currently. But yeah, this is the new married couple. Sophia's very happy that her last remaining daughter is married, is in love with her husband, and she might not care for him as much, but she's glad that her daughter is happy, and that's the most important thing to her. They don't always get along perfectly, but they are pretty happy. They're pretty happy to be together, pretty happy to have each other, especially after all of the losses that they've seen. All of them have lost a ton. Nobody has gotten out of this unscathed, so at least they have each other. Yulo looks so sad. Buddy, what's your problem? Yulo really loves his grandmother. He talks to her autonomously all the time. Are you a glutton or something? Oh, he even said, wow, you're actually pretty cool. I guess grown-ups aren't always as lame as we thought. He's a glutton too? My goodness. My goodness. And he inherited one of his parents' gregariousnesses. You know what's crazy? That means that there's 2 male gluttons in this household. Sophia, you boss. Oh, Sophia, this is why everyone loves you, because look at you go. You are an elder. You're real old, lady, and you're still out here just archerying away, having a swell old time. But this whole episode will be here in Lithuania. It's been a while since we actually spent a large concentrated amount of time in here. And so that's what I think we're going to do. Yulo, you're going to go to the bathroom. Can you actually use it and then go take a shower? I'm just kind of tired of you always being in your, I don't know, nightwear. Egla and Sophia are close. Yes, I do think so. Reach out for help. Why do you feel... Oh. You'll find out tomorrow. Let's not get into it. Sophia, can you comfort me? Sophia, it's so hard. Life is so hard. Oh. Oh, Sophia. You know more than anyone that life is hard, and here you are comforting your daughter. She might be scared too. You know, pregnancy hasn't really been kind to her family, so she might be really scared when she knows that she's expecting. So I imagine it's going to be quite a relief to have her mother with her. So in terms of the historical stuff in this area for these past couple of years, the war with the Order, the war between Lithuania and the Order was going on until about 1377 with no major big battles. Mostly conflicts in this era, according to the book that I'm reading about it, were wars of attrition. Mostly they were sort of like targeting peasants because peasants provided the food and the taxes that contributed to and supported the war efforts. And so both sides wanted to avoid like really big battles. Even if they won, it would have been really hard for them to get their army out of there after they won. And so usually the peasants on the borderlands were the ones who were targeted, and they paid the biggest cost, really, which is why those home risk rolls were so intense for a while there. Peasants during this time, they had to get used to needing to take refuge during really dangerous seasons. Sometimes it would be worse than other times. And they had to expect annual invasions that caused losses to men, to their animals, and to their crops. So it was a really dangerous time and place to be a peasant because you were just going to be targeted. Like, that's just how it was. The war, obviously, has been going on for so long. And at this point, it's just kind of like it's slowed down to just these small incursions on the borders. So in 1373, Pope Gregory IX actually wrote to urge the Lithuanian dukes to accept baptism and end the war. they didn't bother to reply. At this point in time, it's the brothers Kęstutis and Algirdas who are running Lithuania, the Lithuanian state, and they were very effective as a pair. They worked together really well, they split their territory really well, and they may have thought that they were slowly winning. They were making really strong strategic alliances. In 1376, they'd given Kęstutis' daughter to Duke John of Masovia, which guaranteed his neutrality and allowed them to get really close to occupying Galicia and Bohemia, which were sort of like Polish territories at the time. Louis the Great of Hungary was in charge of running Poland at this point in time, but he was quite far away. In 1377, he tried to push them back so that they couldn't control that area, but he had hardly any success. So they were doing a really great job of managing their territory and expanding. This was a period of great expansion for the Lithuanian state, and they were doing a great job. So they probably thought that they were winning the battle, winning the war rather, and that they didn't really need to play nice anymore.
Dag. Hamplin, Tribna.
Oh my God. Sofija already had a soulmate, didn't she? Matt was her soulmate. Sofija. Sofija, no. Sofija, I cannot believe that she's found yet another soulmate. Like, how many soulmates does she need? Sofia's been around the block a little bit, but I mean, are you single? I believe it's in small talk. Yeah. Are you single? And also, do you have a job? I always wonder about that with the townies. He is single. You're old, buddy. You're not as old as us, but you are old. Bye. Nice to meet you. Oh my gosh. Agnes coming over, I think. Quick, everyone, go say hi. Agna of Nerva came over. She's Fenn's illegitimate daughter, so she is Sofia's granddaughter. Egla's niece? Maybe? And Eulos, I don't know, man. I'm really bad at family relationships. As you guys know, I don't really understand how anybody is related to anybody. I just know that they are related. Do you want to go to the bathroom before you pee your pantaloons? I mean, you can say hi, but I'm watching you. Celine, hello. I'm watching you, dude. You better not do anything untoward. Why don't you talk to her? Tease her about her crush. That'll be funny. I don't know if she has a crush. I don't remember if I've mentioned it. There was a run of about 2 weeks, I want to say. Sofija, I'm so sorry. Because you do deserve that bed, but it's no longer your bed. There was a run of 2 or 3 weeks where every episode that I recorded had to be re-recorded. And so there were things that I said that about background stuff that I don't know if you guys will know because I've lost track of what was said in which version of which recording. But basically, Henrika, Agna, and what is her brother's name? And her twin brother, I kind of let go when Gunther left to go to Pirate Land. Oh my gosh, sorry, lady. So that they could live in the background. I just feel like we've got so many Sims that I'm happy for them to go to the background. They can be free from the roles, safe, and they can decide their own futures. They had a little bit too much money for me as well to be as interested, just because I just prefer the struggle. So sometimes the Sims who have a lot of money, I'm just not as interested in hanging out with, but that's just me. Oh my gosh, Celine Martin, hello. You should not be in Lithuania, my dude. Your family is in France, currently shaping the lives of other Sims. Okay, fine. Goodbye. I don't know what your traits are, Agna, but I just know that you aren't very fun to hang out with. Or Yulo, at least. Oh my goodness, I just realized I didn't show the roles. So here's a picture of the new happy couple, and here are their roles for how did they go. To survive her young adult birthday, Egla, formerly McCormick, must avoid the numbers 6 and 14. So, okay, she's fine. And her husband is also fine. Whew, thank goodness. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and leave this branch of the family here. In the morning, we'll still be in Lithuania, so I will see you when we get there.
No.
Oh my god. This is the worst case scenario because if if Alexis passes away, that will mean that Danielis is already marked for death, and so Alexis is like kind of our only hope for the Miskinus line. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just drop down. Oh my gosh, Grim, where are you? Grim, please. Oh my gosh. Plead? Wail. Oh god, I already did it. I don't know what happened to Simas. Something weird happened to him. Please, Grim, please, 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 please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we just got Alexis back. Simas. Simas, you've already been pled for. Oh no. I didn't realize until just now. I had forgotten he'd been pled for before, and now it's just hit me. I thought I was gonna have a chance to plead for him and he could have at least a few years, but now that means that was the last thing he ever did was saving his son. Oh man, I don't know why this one's getting me so badly. I think it's because Simas has always been one of my favorite characters, and his whole generation is coming to the end of their time, and Simas's time was coming already, but I wasn't ready for it. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry, Simas. Oh my god, and Alexis is singing. Gosh. I don't know why that one just got me so badly, but Simas, you were such a great guy. You weren't always a great guy, but you became great at the end. Gosh, I can't believe I just cried. Like full on cried like that. Take him to someplace better, Grim. Let him be with all of the sons that he's lost. Goodbye, Simas. Oh my gosh, please stop singing. All right, so here we are at Simas Miskinus's home, but as you know by now, things have changed. We've lost Simas. He's no longer with us. That all happened about a year ago, but I wasn't emotionally ready to lose him. I still actually am not. I don't know why that one was the first one that's really hit me hard in a long time. So I don't know exactly what it is about Simas, but something about him just, I don't know. It really got me. It really got me. They're going to keep Simas with them for a while. We'll go ahead and have you as, well, we can't put you there. Can we put you here? Can we put you someplace? Is there anywhere we can put you that's like nice? I guess we'll put him here for now and see about it, but so we've lost Simas. Simas passed away in that last conflict. It's especially sad to me because he the conflicts basically we're not going to be rolling for them very often now. They won't be engaging in those kinds of conflicts anymore. And so he was really close to making it through all of those raids and everything more or less unscathed up until that last moment. But in my mind, he kind of sacrificed himself for his son, Alexis, his oldest son, and the one who is not currently marked for death after failing a roll. That's his other son, Danielis. Alexis actually has met his soulmate. They met and they became soulmates, love at first sight. It's Elzbieta the Weaver. They are engaged in game, but in my mind, they're already married. So they aren't yet married in the in-game mechanics, but in my mind, they are. If that makes any sense. Just I didn't have time to finish the wedding through. But here she is. She's pretty cute. She's a pretty cute sim. As you may be able to guess, she is a weaver, which means that she's a cloth maker. So she has the maker trait and she's creative. And right now she's got a teen aspiration. So that's normal for Sims around here. Oh my gosh, Alexis has really not gotten over the loss of his father. He actually tried to go on a date with another sim and she was super duper supportive, but he couldn't get over the loss of his father at all. And so he spent the whole last year being depressed. He happened to meet Elzbieta as soon as he was working his way through the depression that he felt after losing his father. Okay, bye. And they became soulmates at first sight. He, however, is not the only one. Oh, yeah, pick something you like. There you go. Oh, she sent him a gift. Why don't you go kiss his hands? And I guess maybe you can, where is it? Be thankful to him. And that's nice. Do you have any gifts to give him? You can give him a lump of clay, I guess. They love each other very much. Yep, you can try for baby. I would appreciate that if you don't mind. Evalda's accepted Simas's loss. She's gotten through it. She had seen a ton of other sort of big losses in her life. She'd had a really traumatic and tragic life before she met Simas. So she's quite good at accepting and moving on past grief, but she has accepted it. She's accepted it and accepted the fact that she has to carry the torch of protecting her family. So that's kind of her job as she sees it these days. Now, in terms of Alexis, let me just get a quick picture of you if you don't mind. Oh my gosh, so cute, smiling at everything. Alexis also he has struggled to move on from the loss of his father. However, he also recently met his soulmate, and I could not believe it when I saw who it was. Oh my goodness. In fact, let's go ahead and invite her over. Elzbieta, who are you? Oh, what a weird way to give a gift like from there. That's so funny. And then why don't you go and grab a serving? Also, why don't you go and grab a serving, sir? They're so cute. I think they just got like a super satisfied dynamic. Yeah, very satisfied. So he's deeply in love with her. Wait, no. She's deeply in love with him. She adores him, and they're getting closer from quality time. And he has a crush on her. They're closer from happy memories and adoring. They met through the Sim to dating app, my favorite way of the Sims dating. That's just personal preference. And they're soulmates with a steamy dynamic because, well, they're teenagers, and I kind of feel like that's just how it is. He is very attracted to her. She thinks he looks fine. Danielis recently went on a date. It was a blind date, an arranged date, and he met his own soulmate, which is, in fact, Katrina. Oh my gosh. We've seen Katrina before because she used to have kind of a relationship with Albert. But in the meantime, she's grown up a lot. She was the one who actually went on a date with Alexis before he met his soulmate, and she was very supportive of him. He was really going through it. Oh my goodness. And she was just super duper duper supportive of him, and they became really good friends. Like, look Look at how high their friendship is. It just wasn't romantic in any way, shape, or form. Danielis, on the other hand, they met and they just clicked immediately. Their relationship bar went up so fast. She does not like receiving gifts, though. I found out because they were actually on the date earlier in the day, and so that's why his whole thing is completed. Aw, he's got a major crush on her. So yeah, the boys are kind of growing up, becoming Alexis could have gotten married, I think, from oh yeah, last year. And so that's why sorry, I was trying to find give a gift. That's why they went ahead and got married super quickly here. You can have the earbuds. Hopefully you like those. And Evalda's just happy that her children are sort of going along and being content. So I did realize as well, my goodness, they cannot keep their hands off of each other. I don't know where they wanted to go, but I know that she just asked again. That would have been the third woohoo just since I loaded into this household, if you can believe it. Um, so they really can't keep their hands off of each other. Oh, you want to cross stitch as well? That's cute. I think she might be pregnant. Oh, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law cross stitching together. So adorable. But what I was going to say is that yesterday I kind of got cut off from the historical stuff that's going on in Lithuania at this point in time. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up from where I left off yesterday. I was really shocked when Sofija found a soulmate again. I thought she had had enough. So I'll pick up from where we left off with that stuff yesterday. We'll just keep an eye on these guys as we go through, you know? So, like we mentioned yesterday, the two Lithuanian brothers are doing pretty much great at this point in time. They're making strong headway. There's not really that many people that can stop them. And by this point, the Teutonic Order were no longer really any great threat to them. They could be annoying, but there was no big issue from them anymore. They were more or less like ineffective in their attacks, and the brothers were not threatened by them. The bigger threat for them came from the Tatars, the pressures in Russia, which is going through a big change in terms of how it's structured at this point in time, Casimir the Great of Poland, and Louis the Great after Casimir's death. However, in 1377, they eventually came to a truce with the Teutonic Order so that they wouldn't waste resources anymore. Now, this benefited the Teutonic Order because by this point, crusading culture is kind of coming to a close. Not as many men are going out on crusades anymore, and that means that the orders, the Livonian Order and the Teutonic Order, both increasingly have to use their own knights, their own money, and their own resources to fight these battles, which just makes it more costly overall. The brothers as well went through a big change because in 1377, Algirdus, the Grand Prince of Lithuania, passed away. Algirdus had been responsible for Vilnius and the lands of central and eastern Lithuania, as well as their Russian territories, while Kęstutis had control of Trakai and all of the lands of western Lithuania. What's really interesting is that paradoxically, the Lithuanian Empire at this point in time is the largest state in Europe. However, it is sparsely populated. It's not exactly economically successful, and it is surrounded by enemies on all sides. This had worked, though. They had been able to maintain control and keep it stable because Algirdus and Kęstutis worked together so well and because they were so closely aligned in what they were doing. But when Algirdus passes away, he splits his territories between his 7 sons, and he names a younger son his successor as Grand Prince. This younger son, we'll talk about in the future, he's super interesting, and he has a huge impact on the history of this region, like big time. As soon as I say his name, anybody who's familiar with the history of this area will know exactly who it is, but we'll talk about him in a future episode. The big thing about this son, who is named Grand Prince, is that he was a lot like his father in a lot of different ways. He was obstinate, he was patient, and he was cautious. However, unlike his father, he did not want to split power with his uncle. So while Algirdus and Kęstutis had shared power together, this son does not want to share power. And Kestudis does not want to be considered a subordinate. He's been used to being an equal decision maker. And so this causes problems in the long term that we'll get to. But that's why in 1377, the two sides came to a truce and the great many raids lessened, became less, and everything sort of calms down for a bit. All right, so on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this to a close here. I think I paused it. Whoops, there we go. So those are the boys' new love interests. Alexis is already married. Danielis will be getting married is at the start of next year. He's a fast mover, as we can tell. And they seem really happy. They seem really happy. And I think that Simas would be happy to see them sort of moving on and getting settled. So, in the background, the things that have happened are that the pilgrims actually have made it home. Well, I should say most of them have made it home, but you'll find out more in the next episode. Osbert Woodhams married Yaroslava of Kiev. That's the woman he woohooed in front of Marielle in the hot tub. So they got married, they made it official. His sister Joan had a son, a legitimate son with her new husband. They named the baby Alistair, and he and mom were both totally fine, which is fantastic. The youngest brother, Hugh Woodhams, had his teenage birthday. He survived his roll, and wouldn't you know it, he rolled to have 8 baby tries. The most classic Woodhams move. Valdis Blackwood, who is one of Heath's children with Ingrid Blackwood, successfully survived her teenage birthday. And Celine Martin, which is the daughter of vampire boy Wesley Martin and Beatrice, she aged up to a young adult successfully. However, not all was perfect because Rune and Liv were up for their toddler birthdays at the Pirate Land home. Rune was successful. Liv was not. Take a look at what happened. Please, Grim. Grim? Oh my gosh, he just said yes. He just said yes. Thank you, Grim. Thank you. I can't believe that Grim just said yes. That is... Wait, Grim, I can't see. Grim, thank you so much. You're like... I know that I had Alaric fight you and I was like really mad and everything, but thank you so much for saving Liv. You are so kind sometimes and really thoughtful sometimes. And I just want to say, like, I super duper appreciate it. Oh my gosh, this kid's face. Bless your heart, kiddo. You've made it back to the land of the living. You get to become a toddler just like your brother and your sister. Oh my gosh. This kid has got some sass. You can just tell. You can just tell. Thanks, Grim. Appreciate it. Bye now. Bye. Oh, whoa, what a relief. So yay, at least she survived. In addition, there's a new add-on to the rules that was suggested by X-Queen of Nothing in the comments about Sims who want to become painters. The suggestion was, if you have a painter sim, make family portraits. To balance out the easy money and to add a little bit of risk, what you could do is you could flip a coin where tails means that the family who commissioned the painting end up hating it. And that could lead to a D4 roll where they could either pay a discounted rate, they could badmouth the artist so that their reputation suffers, they could refuse to pay, or something else. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this part. Thank you for watching and for going over on Patreon, commenting, interacting, joining. All of it is very much appreciated. As always, let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.